started with 3 sharps. Apparently, this is the A major right from beginning. And when we come to third bar, there are some missing parts, so we can start to label the chord starting from a third bar. So this is E, no number, so this is the root position chord, so E, G, B. So this is the chord 5. Next one is chord 1, root position, so this is A, C, E. Next one, 5 means from D count 5 steps is A. So D and A, so this is a D, F, A chord. Chord 4. Next one, 6 means this is a root, first inversion. First inversion, that means this D is the middle note of the chord. So if D is the middle note, then the chord will be B, D, F. Okay, so the first thing is to realize the figure base. The figure base today is pretty easy. So after realizing the figure base, I'm going to teach you how to observe the imitations and find out where are the sequences between the voices, because this is all about the observation skills that they want to test you. So these are things that you need to observe. Okay. Every question has different learning point. Today's question is more like a Sudoku. You need to observe which instrument carry which pattern. Okay, so next one is 5. So this is E. E count 5 set is B. So this is a E, G, B, chord 5. Next one, 6 means this is a first inversion chord, which means when you see 6, that means this E is the middle note of a chord. So if E is a middle note, then you just have to feel C, E, G. And so this is a chord 3. Next one is F, A, C, chord 6. Next one, F is middle note. 6 means this bass note is a middle note. So this is D, F, A. So chord 4 in A major, chord 4 first inversion. So these are all first inversion. Chord 2 first inversion. Next bar has 5. So this G count 5 set with D. So G, B, D. So this is chord 7. Next one, E, G, B. So the G is the bass note. So don't forget, when you see 6 means the bass note is the middle note. So G is the middle note, so the chord is E, G, B. So this is 5, first inversion. Next one, this is a E. So it's the root position, E, G, B. Chord 5, root position again. Next one, A, C, E. So root position again, so A, C, E, chord 1. Next one is F, root position, so it's F, A, C, chord 6. D at the base, so it's D, F, A, chord 4. And this is chord 1, A, C, E. Last line, E is a root position. Is E, G, B again, root position. So this is E, G, B. Sorry. Chord 5. Next one is chord 1, A, C, E. Next one is root position also. So A, C, E. So 6 means this C is the middle note. So C is the middle note, then it will be A, C, E, chord 1, B. Next one, this is a D. D count 6 step is B. D, E, F, G, A, B. So 6 steps. D count 5 steps, D, E, F, G, A. So these 3 notes doesn't form a chord. So what you can do is look for 2 notes they are third apart. So B to D is third apart. Okay, so for instance, B is here, D is here. They are third apart. So the leftover note is A. So now you can decide, we want to put the A below them or above them. Okay, so looks like if you put below them, A to B doesn't form a chord. So I erase this. So the A can put above this B and D. So A put above them. So I can fill in the F. So from here, you know, this is B, D, F, A. Okay, so this is the B, D, F, A chord. This is chord 2 in A major with a 7 note because there is an extra A. So 2, 7. And then the bass note here is a D. In this chord, D is position B here. Okay, so this is 2, 7, B, position B. Okay, next one. Next one is E, count 5 step. E count 5 step, you get B. So E and B. So this one gives you EGB, chord 5. Okay. Next one is 6. So means E is the middle note. So this is C, E, G, chord 3, B. Next is C at the base. C count 6 steps. C, D, E, F, G, A. So C count 5 steps is C, D, E, F, G. Okay, so from here again, you need to figure out what chord is this. When the 3 notes doesn't form a chord, you can look for the 2 notes in this chord that form third first. So A and C form a third. A and C. Then G, you can decide you want to put before them or after them. So it looks like we put before them G, A, C doesn't form a chord, right? So you can put the G after these 2 notes. So if you put the G here, A, C, then the missing note you can put. The middle note tends to go missing. So the missing note you have to fill in on your own. So from here, you know this is A, C, E, G. So this is a chord 2. Sorry, this is chord 1 in A major. 2, 7, and then C is position B again. So this is 2, 7, B. Next one is D and count 5 step is A. So this is a D, F, A. Chord 4. Next one, 6 means the D is the middle note of the chord. So D at the base, D at the middle. So this is B, D, F. So this is chord 2 in A major. 2 and then first inversion. Next one is 6, 5 again. And looks like we have a modulation at the last bar. This C count 3 steps is C count 3 step is E. So this sharp belong to E sharp. So if E sharp is a leading note, we can assume this E sharp to be a leading note first because the key signature is F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and then suddenly here it skipped to a E sharp. So we can treat this as a leading note. Assume it to be the leading note of the minor key. So if E sharp is the leading note, after E sharp go up a semitone is F sharp. So we can assume this to be an F sharp minor first. And then you find out whether F sharp minor has 3 sharps in key signature. If yes, that means this is correct. Okay, so this is a F sharp minor. And F sharp minor actually we can find a pivot chord over here. So this is the F sharp minor. And we can use this as a pivot chord. In A major, BDF is a minor chord 2, first inversion, and it can be also chord 4, 4B of F sharp minor. Then after that, we can modulate to F sharp minor, starting from here onwards. That use red color. Okay, so this is B count 6 step is G, B count 5 step is F. So this is G, B, D, F. G, B, D, F, chord 2 in F sharp minor, 2 with 7, chord 2, 7, because B is at the position B, so 2, 7, B. The next one is root position, chord 5, C, E, G. Last one is chord 1, root position, F, A, C. Okay, now let's continue the bar 3. So if this is EGB, you notice violin 1 play melody, then after that is violin 2. So now in bar 3 is the violin 1's turn again. So try to follow this melodic shape. Da, 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 da. So you also need to continue with using the same melodic shape. Da, 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 da. So imitate the melodic shape. And here you need a minim because this one is also minim. This one go over here. So this pattern must come over here. Okay. So over here I will put maybe a B because after C, B is the nearest note. So I put a B here and then followed by a crotchet like this. Okay. Next bar ACE. So ACE over here is violin 2. Violin 2's turn to play the melody. So violin 2, as usual, we start with a rest, like what they did. And ACE, so I choose to start with E because E is a chord note. So do the same E, F, G, A, G. Okay, so also because if you follow the melodic pattern, it end at G and very close to the next note. So it connects smoothly to the next phrase. So this is the things that you need to observe. Okay, so the top voice, you can just put C because I already have E here. So C, I will choose here. This give a full harmony to this chord, to this bar. Okay, after that, followed by a crochet rest as usual. So continue. Over here, they give you a hint. So you must be able to catch a hint. Both violin 1 and 2 are playing the same melodic shape. Da, 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 da. Okay, next line. Starting from next line, they give you another new pattern. So do you notice this one is crochet with crochet followed by minim. Then the next one is minim followed by crochet. So I would like to use blue and green to highlight these two patterns. Okay, so the crochet followed by minim, I use the blue color. For the pattern of minim followed by crochet, I use the green color. Then the next bar, they give you this tie, so you need to continue using this. So I choose to have C. So after this suspension, I can go to the D, which is the nearest note. Okay, so I choose to have the blue color pattern at the first violin for this bar. And then for violin 2, I use the green color, F, A for violin 2. And then the F, A, C, so I have a F, A, C here. So the up top pattern is crochet-minim in blue. So the middle, I have to be minim plus a crochet in green. Okay, so the last note, I can choose the F. Okay, so the reason why I choose the minim here is because these two notes have common note, which is A, which means this A can last for 2 counts. Okay, so that is the reason why I hold this. Okay, look for the note that are common in these two chords so that you can find out which note that you can hold for 2 counts. Okay, so A can last for 2 counts because it can be shared by this and this chord. And it followed by a F. Okay, next one is GBD. So G, then the middle voice I can put B, and then the top voice I can put D. So now let's decide where should you put the minim. So it looks like the common note between these two notes is B. Okay, so I can use the B as a minim again. So it looks like the B here can last for 2 counts. Okay, so then the D, if B is 2 counts, then the top voice D will be 1 count. Okay, so again, you can see this pattern. Okay, can you see this pattern, the sequence? You start to see a pattern. Suspension like this. Then the middle voice is a B that hold for 2 counts. So B is shared by these two chords. Next, you need to find out the note that can share for second and third beat. So between these two notes, these two chords, the note that can be shared is the E. So I put a E here. This E can share by these two chords. Okay, so this is how I create the pattern. So this is a minim. Then the third beat I choose, you have E, E. So there's a major chord, right? EGB is a major chord. E, E, then middle voice, I can put a G. Okay, next bar. Let's see whether we can continue using this pattern in the next phrase. In next phrase, maybe I use blue again. Next one is ACE. So happen that this chord also have an E because I want to tie like the previous two phrases. So I put the E here. Yeah, see, I can have another sequence. Okay, so sequence is at the same voice. So this is first motif. Then after that, second and third time it appear again. This pattern appear again. So I call it a sequence that building up higher. So after E, I can choose there's no F, so it cannot go up anymore. Just now we go up and up, but now it cannot go up. There's no F. So in that case, I will choose A. Okay, and this A can be shared by these two chords. So this A can last for two counts. Then the middle voice, I can choose a C. Okay, because you have A, you have E here. So it will be just nice if you choose a C here and let it last for two counts. And then the third beat, you have F and you have A here already. And you can put a C. Okay, so there's a problem over here. So you can see that from here to here is a bit far. Okay, some students may not like it. If you want to close the gap here, you can insert one more crochet because this is coming to the end of this sequence and imitation. You can see your new pattern is introduced here. Is minim by crochet. Okay, so you can, if you want, you can close the pattern, close the gap by F, C, um, or adding an F here. Next one is D at the base, and then F and violin one, D, F. Since this is a major chord, we can double the D, right? So we can choose a D. Okay, so the pattern of blue color pattern, which is a crotchet-minim, can come to the violin two because the minim-crotchet go to violin one this time. So crotchet-minim pattern, which is in blue color, can come to violin two. So D, and then these two chords has common note, which is A. So I use the A for minim. Okay, so just nice. The second line is done. Last system, EGB. Next system is EGB. So the top voice just now was E. So over here I can put G. Okay. I want the top voice to be, we try to be green color first. And then this G can last for two counts. Then the next bar, the nearest note is A. After G, you can go to A. So the second line, we can use crotchet-minim pattern again, which is a blue color. Okay, so the top is green, then the middle voice can be blue. So you have E, G, the middle note can be B. Then after that, choose a note that can be used commonly for second and third beat. I can use EGB, then middle voice, E. Hold for two counts. Then the next bar, A. Okay, so over here, the top voice they give you minim, which means you need to change this part to blue color pattern, which is a crochet-minim pattern. So I can put another A, yeah, blue color pattern, crochet followed by minim. And then the middle voice, I can switch to green color pattern, which minim to crochet. So C, we haven't used the C yet. So happen that this C can be shared by these two chords. So this one can last for two minims. And then after C, the next note I can choose E because it's going upwards. So I can choose E to close the gap. Okay, next one, you start to see some suspension, some tie notes. So looks like we can think of doing the same thing. Just now was going up. See, even now whether we can go down. So after A, we can go down to G. Okay, crochet minim pattern. And so happen that this G can share by this and these two chords. Both of them have G, so it can hold for two counts. Then the middle voice, we can use C, okay, because B, C to A, this is the closest note that you can choose. So middle voice become a green color pattern, minim to crochet. Okay, so this is like a Sudoku game in music. It's pretty interesting. Next one, we see whether you can tie this, like this pattern. So if G I want to tie, we will need to find out whether the next chord also have a G. So this G tie over. Looks like the next chord also have a G. So we can follow their pattern to tie over G, G, and then F. After it's going down, so here I also go down. Okay, so it's look like a sequence. Okay, so happen that this is a blue color, and then over here is a green color pattern, minim crochet. Okay, so next bar we have GBDF. Okay, looks like the middle line can continue to have green color pattern again. So the G is a root note is missing. G, then the top line we want to have the suspension pattern again. So I put F. Okay, so happen we have all the important notes appear, G and F. Okay, the first note and last note is there, and then the B is there. So this is the best choice because all important notes appear in this block chords. So G, B, D, F. Then the next one, the leading note must go to tonic over here because there is a perfect cadence. Okay, so leading note of F sharp minor, the ending here is a F sharp minor, must have E sharp. And this leading note must go to tonic. Okay, so this is the thing that you need to settle because it's a perfect cadence. And next one, the middle line, you need one more crochet because this is a minim already. So one more crochet, you can put G to F because we want to give a satisfying ending. The base is 5 to 1, okay? Then the top is 7 to 1. Then the middle line is 2 second note go to first note, okay? So when all three instruments at the end at tonic, and then you have this resolution for the cadence, it gives a more satisfying ending, 7-1, 2-1, and 5-1. Okay, so this ending like this is very satisfying. So you are encouraged to do so. Okay, so that's all for today's question. Okay, so I hope you can see the pattern. Okay, so alternatively, right hand is blue, left hand is green pattern. Okay, so I hope you understand this pattern of between green color and blue color, and you can see the imitation. okay, between the parts and the sequences. The pattern is here, and this one is pattern is here. So hope this tutorial is helpful for your music study, and please remember to subscribe and click like. I look forward to seeing you in next lesson. Thank you very much. Bye bye.